Hi guys, it's Lunar here and welcome back to another episode of our daily console mods, where I showcase some of the latest mods so you can see what they are before you install them. It's been pretty good lately for mods, I have to say. We have plenty of PS4 mods to look at as well, which is pretty awesome. So today, as always, I have 12 mods to look through, split over 2 videos. I'm not sure, but I will be playing Neo at some point this week, so either today or tomorrow, so I'll most likely have some videos for that in the next couple of days. But as always, we will return to console mods straight afterwards. Until the next game, of course, which is For Honor, which comes out next week. Anyway, today it's all about mods, and we can just jump into mod number 1. Our first mod of the day is a simple lighting tweak, and the mod removes all sources of lighting from interiors except for torches. And this improves immersion so it's more realistic, but the main reason for doing it is so it will improve your performance, so your frames per second, and reduce load times inside of cells, which is pretty handy for some people I guess who have a lot of mods installed. Our next mod is a texture overhaul mod that changes loads of different textures for architecture, so parts of buildings and clutter. So here is some of the stuff that the mod alters. All textures and Dwemer metal, textures for High Hrothgar, doors inside of Solitude, stone steps and slabs in Solitude as well, trellis and railings in Whiterun and Solitude, minor fixes to carpet textures, castle carvings, temple floor and bench textures, beams and carving on beams in Whiterun, doors in Windhelm, along with tombstones in Windhelm, big and small Nordic tent meshes, architecture and tents in general, interior roofs and farmhouses, ship's wooden floors, texture for the dragon burial, tongs, cave lamps, crates, iron, Dwemer clutter, kettle textures and other clutter, stockade and wood detail in forts. The mod also removes some non-relevant and obsolete files as well, so a cool mod that replaces loads of textures and is worth checking out. Our next mod adds in 2 playable races into Skyrim, the Sun Descendants and the Afflicted. The Afflicted, blessed by Periite with disease, then isolated in Bethardums, they have unusually red skin and the ability to vomit poison at close range. In terms of stats, they are essentially Bretons, so they are pretty good in one-handed archery, block restoration and destruction. The Sun Descendants are descendants of the Great Sun, when he was mortal. Now he guards the bridge to Sovngarde. Still feeling the connection from Sun, they have some of the great powers of him being able to deal more damage with opponents with their power attacks at the cost of more stamina than normal. For abilities, you have the same as the Afflicted one for some reason, which is one-handed, block, restoration, destruction, and archery. Our next mod is the Ritual Armor of Boethia, which is a really cool armor mod. Adds a completely new lore-friendly, forgeable, upgradable, and enchantable standalone dragon scale armor set, made from the rendering of a black dragon. Includes custom helm, cuirass, gauntlets, boots, plus a mask and an enchanted leather half cloak, called a Ritual Shroud of Boethia, as an additional worn piece. The armor set can only be forged once the player becomes the champion of Boethia, by completing the quest Boethia's Calling, which becomes available at level 30, and with the Dragonbone smithing perk of course. It can only be forged using the Ritual Forge added at the Sacellum of Boethia, and with a few premium ingredients, like Daedra hearts, ebony ingots, dragon scales, and some common ones like leather. The shroud requires additional void salts and black soul gems as well. Filled ones, by the way. If you happen to install the mod before completing the quest, you'll be granted the ability Champion of Boethia as soon as you complete it. However, if you complete the quest when installing the mod, then you will need to read the book called Ritual Armor of Boethia, which is found just right next to the forge that you craft the armor at. The Shroud of Boethia is enchanted with a new magical property called Despair. The enchantment has 2 effects. When sneaking, the wearer is silent, so muffled, and when a hostile opponent gets too close, they are struck by despair and their movement is slowed. So overall, a really awesome mod. Our next mod of the day is a new follower called Ingrid. Straight out of the wilds and into your company comes the chaotic maiden Ingrid. Sick of the barbaric life, she decided she wanted to see more of Skyrim beyond the reach and engage with civilization. And what better person to traipse about the land with than the Dragonborn? Ingrid might lack some mannerisms and is a bit flirty at times, but she makes up for it in companionship and magical combat. Ingrid is a wild sorceress who wields a wide range of magical spells and powers. Her main elements of destruction and fire and lightning, and she will occasionally reanimate any nearby corpses as soon as combat starts, and she can also heal herself as well when things get tough. Her spells are leveled, so the better and more powerful spells will only be used when she gets to a certain level. She wears her very own barbarian armor and may like to wield her own custom dagger. She only accepts armor if it is better than hers, but her headdress can be removed via her inventory. To find her, then you can look for her in Mixwater Mill Workers House in East March near the borders of Whiterun Hold. Our final mod is called Cato's Ivars Dead, and it's a complete overhaul to the Ivars Dead. Just like all of Cato's mods, this mod adds in tons of new stuff around the place. New clutter like barrels, boxes, crates, fences, crops, smithing items, a flour mill, and more. There is a new gate entrance to the place for security, bridges going across the river to your new player home, that comes with all the basic stuff, a watchtower, a campsite, which is the normal for KO overhauls. The best part of the mod though is all the new stuff going along the river. Ivars Dead now looks like a real village with its own pier, that has its own ship dock here as well, just makes the whole place feel like an actual town that would be lived in. I can't really do these overhauls justice, it's probably best just to check this one out for yourself. An awesome mod though. Well guys, there we have it, 6 brand new console mods for you to consider downloading, if you like the look of them. As always guys, if you enjoyed, like, comment and subscribe. I'll be back later today with another 6 awesome mods to look through. Until then though, stay awesome, and I will see you all next time.